main events are not the last fights of the evening. With that in mind, lightweight action on deck. Professionals, we call to the cage first, Talon Hoffman.
Hello, fight fans. Taylor Urban and Gabriel Miranda back at XFS 52. Presented by Knockout Promotions. Team Boise versus Team Sacramento.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the cage right now is Talon Hoffman. Talon Hoffman is actually a pretty good veteran of the sport. Been in about 3 years. I actually had the pleasure of fighting Talon. Unfortunately, to his superior wrestling, I fell short and was submitted in the first round. But he actually came down from, I believe, Oregon is his original camp, where his camp was, and decided to come on down to Boise. He's actually teammates with Shorty, so he's actually helped Shorty. Shorty's actually helped him with their wrestling game. So it's going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Talon is actually fighting from Primal Tribe, Pat Prescott.
Pat Prescott is only 2-0 right now. It's only going to be his third fight, but I heard he has a ton of heart and has a good right hand.
He definitely has a good right hand, good heart, good cardio overall. He's actually from New York. Now, Pat Prescott, but it never happened. So he decided to go a different route. Right now, he's 2-0. Still decided to go with his record. Fighting a very, very tough opponent, though. Talon is nothing like I remember him now. He's actually, excuse me, he's still the same weight, but he's a lot more chiseled. He's 10 times stronger than he was before. So it's going to be an interesting matchup for Pat for wanting to go 170 all the way down to 155.
Yeah, that's a big drop. I mean, these fighters can do it. They're disciplined, trained athletes, so we'll see how this goes.
Absolutely, but when you drop like that, it makes a big difference. You know what I mean? You're used to a certain weight. He's used to walking around at that. Now he's dropping to 155, but he's dropping to 155 and to fight a fighter who walks around at 175. You know what I mean? Talon is wrestling for so many years, he just knows how to do it so well.
So he cut weight and he had to make that weight. But how much weight do you think he's actually put on since he weighed in about 14 hours ago?
You know what? Knowing Talon, more than likely, if he's not back up to 170, he's about 167. You know what I mean? Most of what Talon is muscle. There's not a lot of fat on the kid, as you can plainly see.
Right. Definitely chiseled.
He's definitely chiseled. You know, he's a 3-time state champion wrestler. Has fought Matt Lindland and Randy Couture show in Oregon, sport fight. Was the main event.
Part of Team Couture? Did he train with him?
No, he didn't train with Team Couture, but he fought on Matt Lindland and Randy Couture's actual fight venue called Sport Fight.
Okay. Yeah.
So
very well known venue in the Northwest.
Very well known, very well respected. I mean, you've got great UFC veterans, Randy Couture, Chris Lieben from The Ultimate Fighter. Yeah. You know.
Here we go. This is a very dramatic entrance here. Supnet, you know Supnet's a ground game. Supnet's been around as long as I have, even longer.
Absolutely, absolutely.
He's been back since the early 90s, and he's been training when the sport was just getting going.
Absolutely. Tom Supnet is definitely no joke on the ground. Let me tell you something. For an older man and him not being a black belt, I've actually had the pleasure of rolling with Tom. Very strong individual, actually.
Really?
Actually had more of a difficult time than I thought, but that's because I figured I'll just tap him out quick. But that wasn't quite the case. So, yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, Tom Supnet has been around as long as
Here we go. Introducing first.
He's part of the Boise Jiu-Jitsu and Fitness Club. So, but more specifically, the Primal Tribe Fight Team.
Throwdown, Idaho. He sports the black trunks trimmed in white. He stands 5'10" and weighed in at 156 1/2 pounds.
Talon Hoffman.
His record reads 5 victories with 4 defeats. From
Absolutely,
Boise, Idaho, please welcome.
He's got the throwdown shorts, represent for throwdown.
And he looks way more intimidating than Talon does.
Yeah, definitely, but physique, once again, I'm a big fan of physique.
To my left,
and the more the more chiseled you are, you know, the more intimidating people think you are. Just like physique, I've learned after 23 fights has nothing to do with that.
Exactly.
I've gotten beat up by fatties and skinnies, so.
I agree, but it looks like after the weigh-in, Patrick probably weighs
from Boise, Idaho as well. Here's the
unfortunately, it's
Patrick.
They only weight in difference was 1 pound, but yeah, it's Pat Prescott definitely looks to be the bigger of the two. This is going to be an interesting show. Talon, over the years, has been working a lot on his stand-up. Let's see how he delivers it. He was never much of a stand-up fighter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first professional bout of the evening. So, it's going to be, it should be a doozy. Two wrestlers, typically that outweigh each other, that have both been state champions, love to stand because they can't take each other down or can't keep each other down. They typically stand. So let's see how well, how fair they.
Let's see if they can stand up and bang.
Thank you.
And Talon does have a 7-fight advantage.
Absolutely. The undefeated Hungry Lion.
We square off.
Versus
they touch gloves.
Yep. Right now, good, clean stand-up right now. Hell of a shot by Talon, but a hell of a sprawl once again by
using his leverage.
Pat. Right up against the Pat is up against the cage right now. Talon's definitely getting the better of the two. I definitely remember this position. He's trying to get that mount, but Pat Prescott, a hell of a wrestler, was able to turn it around. There we go. Is in a half guard right now and is pushing Talon right now. Oh, reversal by Talon. Now Pat has that full guard. Talon right now striking a little bit. Prescott, you know, relaxing a little bit. Talon still working. Really not looking to pass, but just looking to pound and punish.
He should probably initiate some ground and pound here. It looks like the Patrick.
Absolutely. Patrick is trying to go for. He's trying to go for an armbar, but unfortunately, in order for you to go for these armbar, you got to go through the steps. He didn't have it. Now he's getting the setup for the triangle, and it looks as if he almost had it.
And Talon snuck out of that very good.
But Talon once again, hell of a person on the ground. Talon pulls guard right now.
He's very slippery.
Yeah, now this is the point in, the first round that they can move around, without no sweat hindering them. So Pat Prescott right now, looking for that mount. Right now in half guard. Talon's looking to get out of it. Pat was smart enough to put his leg right there on Talon's arm. Now and a half-ass crucifix. He's got both hooks in right now.
He's got the back.
Pat Prescott is on the back. Talon's right there on the bottom right now. He's got to watch out for those shots in the back of the head.
Back and go for a rear naked right here, Gabriel.
He's got to go through those steps, though. He's got to bring it in.
He's got the hooks in.
Right now, he's just focused specifically on it. He needs to pound.
How do you get out of this, Gabe?
He needs to hit. He needs to move around. He has to do something other than make it look like he's going for the choke. Otherwise, he'll never really truly secure it.
He flattened him out. Is that the first step?
There we go. He's completely turned him over. Talon is right now bucking as much as he can, but he's using the cage as well as he can. But
in a full mount right now.
Pat doing right now what he does best as a wrestler. He's holding them down.
And he squeezed them off the cage.
Absolutely.
Look at the strength of Talon on that.
Absolutely. Going through, he flattens them out. Goes again.
I see it ending right now.
Goes flat, then he taps.
It's over.
He went for that rear naked choke, and Pat was able to get him.
And the key was flattening those legs out, correct, Gabe?
Absolutely. Talon was able to take what he knew and went from there. When you flatten out that body, the body is absolutely useless. So there's nothing you really can do except tuck up, put your hands to your head and hope and pray.
And no matter how strong you are in your legs, your lower body, if you are flattened out and your neck is available, you're over. It's done.
Exactly. No matter how strong you are, if your legs and knees don't even touch the mat, you got to figure something out.
Another crafty veteran coached by Tom Supnet with a Jiu-Jitsu tap out.
You know what? And for Pat being a new guy, I got to give him a lot of props. 2-0 as an amateur, now 1-0 as a pro. As him showing his pro debut, it really looked like he's been in this situation so many times.
He was very poised. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth reversals.
Absolutely.
Offensive, defensive positions there, Gabe, and Patrick came out with the victory.
Yep, he's going to definitely need to work on that stand-up because a lot of fighters will utilize that. He relies too much on their wrestling. unfortunately, Talon relied too much on that wrestling, and they would have been better off just standing together.
All right, here we go to John Holmes for a decision.
29 seconds of round number 1. Your winner this evening, Patrick Prescott.
Ronnie right now?
Portu won on the